not around today. So last game, our mods lost, and this is a brand new team of mods. Silent, I totally don't know how to pronounce that. Nako, I think that's how it is. That's actually Bausette, a girl mod. I think I actually have. No, I think I only have one girl mod actually. And she is it. So we're gonna be taking a close eye on her, if you know what I mean. Also, let me get rid of this check 6 thing in the background. That's kind of annoying for you guys. Alrighty then, starting up here in the top left position on the mods team, we have A-Dog, a very good StarCraft player. We have Baus, which is Liquid Lunchbox, I do believe. And we have, this is the rest of the team. Silent Nako, which is a Bausette. And down bottom here, we have a Nitro Burner, also a really cool-ass dude and a mod. And over here, the fans. Oh, already some smack talk from the fans. King Fighters, XYZ, Ninja Elite Full, and Eek Mix. Holy fucking tits! 4 Protoss players on one team versus 2 Toss, a Terran and a Zerg. This could get ugly, ugly, ugly. So yeah, like I said, the first game the mods lost. So I'm kind of rooting for my mods here. They need to start representing. They need to start owning a little bit. I'm a little disappointed in the last game, although I will say, Coltrane just owning the entire team last time, just putting them in a world of trouble and worry and misery, and the rest of the team just sat back and teched up, and it was basically a landslide. So kudos to Coltrane, and now a mod on my stream. He was mod a long time ago, and now he is mod again. Congratulations. But let's jump into this game. Oh, wow, we're going for a very, very fast... What was that? 14 Nexus? Wow. What? Wait, that's... No, a 10 Nexus? What is he, a Zerg? That was weird. That's a weird opening. But when you've got 3 other Protoss to back you, holy tits. Looks like we've got a rush here from Liquid Lunchbox, and he needs to go quick. Because once some Zealots gets out, that's going to be some trouble. But if he goes and attacks XYZ... XYZ is not going to have an answer for this at all. And it looks like the whole team is just deciding to rush. We got a bunch of Marines coming out. It looks like Nitro and our Bausette is playing very standard. And look at that. A-Dog looks like he's going to be putting down a bunker or 2 as well. And here comes the attack. Only if they were to scout XY. Oh, look at that. They're going after XYZ. Putting down some bunkers. And those are just in place. Uh-oh. King Fighters is like, get deaf! What? You're deaf! I can't hear you, I'm deaf! Bad joke. And here comes the Lings. XYZ forced to back up. He needs to micro his macro here. That is a wide open gap for these Lings to come in and just rain terror on this probe line. He's going to need help from his partners. And I don't think he's going to get it. That's bunkers. I don't think A-Dog really needs 2 bunkers here, although he can salvage and get some of those minerals back. And these probes are doing a little bit of damage. He bought himself enough time. There is a Zealot out. And you know what? I got to hand it to XYZ taking middle. Oh, never mind. I didn't see all these Lings. He's still in a world of shit. There is a Stalker and a Zealot out on the field for King. But Nitro over here with a Stalker. Damn it, I can't even tell who's on what team at this point. Oh, well, they're mods, so I guess I can just go by their names and not their colors. That would make sense. And it looks like XYZ is going to go down. And here comes another string of Lings. And really, Bausette and Nitro kind of just doing their thing. It looks like a 4-gate here from Nitro. It looks like Liquid Lunchbox really going all in on that Ling attack. A-Dog is going to grab an expansion. And the main of XYZ is down. Wow, look at that. It's okay, I have 9 probes, you liar. You have 10 probes, you lying son of a bitch. And there is a scan. We know a 4-gate is going down here for EK. Building up a sizable army. Come back, Lings. Nitro Burner says to Liquid Lunchbox. And XYZ has not rebuilt, so that's good news for Team Mods. And it looks like we have a army over this way, and A-Dog really needs to watch it. Is he going to get off a couple of force fields? And no, he does not. Oh, wow, this is a big army here. The Lings in the front, the Marines in the middle, and the Stalkers in behind. I'm liking the placement of all these units. And look at most of these Stalkers are busy shooting at Lings, while these Stalkers of Nitro dealing massive amounts of damage. And in fact, those force fields that were laid down by the opposing team actually hurt them, because the Marines and Stalkers shooting in from behind, and there was absolutely no area for the Zealots to engage on the army of the Mods. But it looks like another warp in from EK, and they're going to be able to hold an XYZ, losing some more probes. And I still have to give it to the Mods so far. 4 on 3 at this point. And it's not even like XYZ is mining and can feed his partner's minerals or anything like that. He's basically dead in the water. If I was him, I'd be saving all of those probes and trying to rebuild somewhere, getting his partners to hand over some cash, because they are going to need him, even if he uses just to get some cannons or try to do something sneaky like Dark Temp or I don't know. If all 3 players were to pitch in like 200-300 minerals and 100 gas, he'd be able to get on his feet relatively quickly. But it looks like he's just going to say, screw it. I'm going to use these probes to the best of my ability and see what happens. And I really don't think that's going to work out for him. We take a look at the units tab again. And wow, the probe counts are really, really slim in this game thus far. We have 9 minutes in, and the biggest probe count is 30 from Kings of Fighters, although I gotta say, he hasn't really had any aggression on his base whatsoever, so he's been able to kind of probe up more than a lot of the other players. It looks like A-Dog is starting to get his natural saturated with these OP mules. Looks like we have a natural expansion for Baus as well. And it looks like my Bauset is going to chuck down a Twilight Council full chrono and needs to get some more probes going on. And I do believe she's a really, really low-level player, so we're going to cut her a little bit of slack just because it's not very man-like to be very dis-ladylike. Does that work? I'm not going to be sexist! I refuse. Yeah, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. Just stop now, Jeff, while you're ahead. So it looks like this game has taken some sort of stalemate. All players really just turtling up like Terrans, building up armies. And I think what we're going to see is just one big massive battle, although there is a bit of action going on over this way. And oh, look at this concave here from Eek. Man, if he had like 3 sentries right there to pop, and there's the sentries, and it looks like he's going to trap a lot of the units. A decent blink there from Ninja, and wow, Nitro kind of little overcommitted there, and he lost a lot of his army, and it looks like Ninja's just going to blink around here and pick off the rest of those Lings, and it looks like King is actually going to be rolling up this way with Ninja. A little bit of an overkill on, you know what, I'm going to change the color schemes because, there we go. This is totally much better. This is just, actually no, that's really not great either. 4v4s are the hardest things to tell who's on what team, unless you just straight up look at their names. And it looks like an epic counterattack from Team Fans. And the expansion just goes down. Wow. Nitro looks like he's in a world of shit here. Chucking up a Guardian Shield. That is quite a bit of Stalkers. We have Blink here for Ninja. He's just going to walk right into this base. And I really don't think the mods have an answer to this. A-Dog is now running down. Nitro running down the rest of his units. And if he can get inside here and chuck down a force field on this ramp and keep these units out, or at least stay up this way so that he has the high ground advantage, this is going to be a no-brainer win for the fans team, considering that it's a 4-on-3 right now. Some very nice blank micro from Ninja, getting a little bit of lag because there is a lot going on right now on the screen. But very, very nice from Team Fans. And it looks like Nitro's base is just going to get decimated here. Very, very nice micro. Very nice micro. Holy frames per second. Shit in the bed all over the place. There's so much going on. I'm going to try dropping my graphics down. I'm going to drop it down to high. Although, there we go. I'm going to drop it down to high while all this is going on. And it seems that worked out a little bit better, although all the action is basically done. And I got to hand it to Team Mods holding that off. But you know what? The damage has been dealt. And it wasn't like they killed everything. They basically blinked out of the base. All of his units are still dealing massive amounts of damage. And A-Dog so far out of position because, well, not only that, he lost all of his units trying to go down and saving his partner. And this blink micro is just epic. He's barely losing any stalkers in this expansion. Is going to go down. And Team Mods, what happened here? Such a huge, huge lead. Wow. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of SCVs are going down here. Oh, there's some roaches, and I think this is where Ninja needs to back off and or not, or bring in some reinforcements. A little bit of blink micro is going to be needed here to keep these final stalkers on this side alive. He needs to blink back this way. And there you go. Very nice blink. Man, I'm telling you, Ninja single-handedly taking out the entire team of the Mods. And he's finally blinking out of there. But wow, that was very nice. Nitro coming up with his units. Nitro's base is actually still alive. Woo! A lot of action. Much, much better game than the last game here. Take a look at the APM, the Bowsers and Bowsettes in the stream. Want to see it? There it is. And, yeah. Streaming in 720p and playing a 4v4 with mass stuff. Computer was like, nope, you're not going to do that on extreme settings. Not without lag. Sour about that. And those DTs go down, and I think that was the work of the Bowsette. I think she's just kind of been, or not. I don't see the shrine. Whose DTs were those? Ah, here we go. Ninja, also with DTs. Oh my god. What league is this guy in? He's all over the place. Also want to just give a big shout out to everybody that's on the live streams tuning in. And A-Dog's going to quickly put up some missile turrets. Make sure that does not happen again. Almost took out that hatchery, but not quite. The expansion of A-Dog was destroyed, so he's going to have to re-expand. Wow, he is extremely low. Take a look at the SCV count. 10 SCVs. And to be honest with you guys, A-Dog is the strongest player on Team Mods. And as long as they can keep A-Dog at bay, I really think they have a great chance at winning this. There's the scan. He needs to back up these DTs. And just figures that out. Oh. Decent blink, but backs off. A-Dog with no more scanning power. It'd be nice if you were to go back down there before an observer gets out on the field, but he doesn't know that, so he's going to quickly back off. And here comes another huge army from Team Fans, plural. Couple of Immortals in very, very good position. Not so much anymore. See as though they're way far back. Needs to get those Immortals in near the front, in behind the Zealots. And does that, they're going to do massive damage. Unfortunately for Nitro, this expansion is not going to last. There is a couple of DTs coming back. And there is an observer in the base of the Bowsette. And these DTs are not going to really do anything. Needs to back these DTs out. Although these DTs are going right for the mineral line. And Bowsette bringing the observer outside of the base. That is not good. What a play here by Eek. And that is exactly what Bowsette is saying right now. Eek! The whole base is being destroyed down here. More engagements. And Team Fans is all over the place, turning those DTs now into Archons. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we might have a game here, although that is a huge-ass army. Look at that concave by Baus and A-Dog, just destroying that army, but still, look at this. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Make it count, A-Dog. I think Nitro might have just given a bunch of minerals to A-Dog, and yes, he is now sitting on 1,000 minerals. It looks like they're getting desperate. They're trying to get the best player on the team to max out and do what they do best, but I think it's just too much. I don't care how good you are not taking out this army. GG, no re for me. Nitro, he said have fun, and it looks like he's going to be leaving this game. Wow. And there goes the base of the Baus set. And the mods really not having a great day today. Really not having a great day today. And Nako with a GG well played. Very good manners. And Nako leaves the game. And now I'm getting absolutely no leg. Great. And boom. Oh, there's some giraffes out on the field. There's the DT, but the Overseer is there. And A-Dog is on a rampage. And look at this. The Baus. He needs to focus on these giraffes and get rid of them very quickly before they get into the Marine Marauder Ball. And here comes the Archon. Archon dealing damage. Nice unit split by A-Dog. Very, very nice unit split. Those giraffes are down, and A-Dog actually dealing a lot of damage. And Baus in here with a lot of Roach and Muta. Ladies and gentlemen, this game may not be over yet. And it looks like King saying, fuck this. I'm going to go counter right now. I need to stop A-Dog's money, even if it requires EK to die. Wow, I don't think this game is over. Holy force fields, Batman. OP Mules activated. Looks like we have a game, folks. A-Dog is bringing the pain. Nitro said make it count, A-Dog, and holy tits, he is making it count. These Mariner Marauders dealing a little bit of damage here. Nako actually still has units, but that is a lot of Stalkers and Immortal. No, I would not be engaging with these mutas yet. He's going to need the army of A-Dog wherever that is, and I really don't think there's much of an army. Whoa, never mind. There is quite a bit of an army left. Guys, I don't know. Whoa, 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 don't sacrifice everything. Oh, this is... I don't know if I like this. They need to attack with everything at once. He needs to attack with everything at once. That's a lot of Stalkers, but that's a lot of Muta. Here comes the Lings in from behind. Oh my god, that is so many Muta. He actually might be able to survive this. A-Dog coming in with a couple of Marauders, getting the attention of the Stalkers. The Stalkers are extremely weak. I don't know who's going to take this battle. It's going to be so close. He needs to start focus firing on those Stalkers, and it looks like the Mutas are going to survive. Holy tits. Here comes the Roaches. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, this game is not over. This game is not over. A-Dog going for some long-range mining, also bringing over another orbital command. This hatchery, around all of that death, this hatchery still remains alive. That's pretty crazy, and that is probably going to be very, very crucial in this game, although XYZ still has a lot of units, but take a look at this. This is a lot of units as well. Wow. King of Fighters still with a decent amount. EK now got a couple of ninja expands. Really, really good saturation on these bases. And you know what? I still put Team Fans in the lead in this game, but if you leave A-Dog in this too long and these mutas do enough harassment, I actually think they have a chance to stay into this game for a little bit longer than what I was giving them credit for there a little earlier. I honestly thought that was going to be GG, but Baus just coming out of nowhere with a lot of Mutalisk, and A-Dog with some very, very nice splits with his unit composition, and these Mutalisks are just going to pick off all of these units, and this base is going to go down, and I have a feeling that Team Fans is going to have to attack here, and because if they don't and they allow these mutas to keep doing harassment and keeping them away from the bases of the mods, they're going to be able to just remax up and take this. And I don't want to sound mean or anything, but now that a couple of the weaker links of the team mods are gone and they have control of the entire team, that actually could be bad news bears, but this is a lot of units. It's going to boil down to Guardian Shield and Force Fields at this point. Where are the Mutalisks? The Mutalisks are nowhere in sight, and I actually think that's going to hurt them. That's going to hurt them a lot. Those are some really nice Force Fields. Look at that. Oh my god, look at those Force Fields. Those Marauders are sour, and these Mutalisks are out of position. What a great time to attack from Team Fans. And I actually think that's down GG. And A-Dog saying GG as well. What a great game. A much better game than the last one. I got to hand it to Team Fans. Taking the win. Getting the redemption from all those timeouts. All of those perma-bans. And all those times the mod said, you know what, I got mod status. I can do whatever I want. The mod saying, you know what, I'm going to find you January 22nd. 2012 on MaximusBlack's 25th birthday on the stream that is going to allow me to kick your ass. And they did it today. Wow, what a game.